Pozdrav svima i dobrodošli u novi video. Sad pokazat ću vam gdje smo stali. Imamo main quest, ali prvo ćemo otići do bolnice da pričamo sa doktorkom, da vidimo prvi side quest, to je sporednu misiju šta nam da tu treba da radimo. Ovo mjesto je zbunjujuće. Nevjerojatno ćemo se izgubiti ovdje, više nego jednom, ali aj tu je.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain?
Normalno da mi nisi
If
vidio.
you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Da, znam.
I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanicals. Name's Captain Irion. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Can we talk?
Da, šta je bolje? Ništa bolje od ovog mjesta. Sljedeći side quest. So, acquire the science weapons on Groundbreaker. The log on Houghton's terminal mentioned the rumors from the Groundbreaker of a scientist who brought about a powerful weapon he was researching. Perhaps more details can be found on the station. Možemo pogledati. Idemo dalje. Sljedeći side quest, to je sporna misija. Nisam ukro.
What do you think you're doing?
Slučajno, izvinjavam se. Ovo je bilo blizu. Sasvim slučajno sam pritisnuo, izvinjavam se, ništa niste vidjeli. Podmećivan kao kod nas na Balkanu.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door.
Okay. Fine, sent me. He said you could send me an RK to celebrate.
I've got a love.
Ne. Evo, prodajte, ovo vam je junk. Krazina od životinja, znači sve što vam držite Z, to je to. Također imam još dosta stvari koje bih ja prodao. Nikad ne znate kad će vam nešto zatrvati. Možemo li što kupiti? Oh my god, 5000. Koliko ja imam? Ne.
Great. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
10.000.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway, and Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Neću.
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. Any...
Doviđenja. Imam još nešto pričam sa njom.
What? Any...
No. To bi mi bilo. Opet sam koristio vrata. Korišivat ćemo dosta biti. Evo. Op.
Sorry.
Ne pričam sa drugom. Da vidimo što imamo. Pokupit ćemo sve side queste na ovoj stanci koje imamo. I zatim ćemo krenuti u rješavanje ne po jedna, ako su blizu jedna druge, odradit ćemo to. Tako da takva je trenutna situacija. Ne. Samo gdje je inženjering, the Lost Hope. Odrod se zove Lost Hope. Ne trebam bar. Engineer, Medical Bay, Rest and Go, Proposal. Možete zaustaviti kad pročitate. Ja ću definitivno zaustaviti posle videa u editu da pročitam sve. Idemo dalje.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on
Have you seen
Groundbreaker.
this man? Reward offered for information. Have you seen this man?
Okay.
Reward offered for information leading.
Hey, engineering. Našao.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sublevel.
Good law, the heat in here is so unbearable I can hardly even concentrate. Junlei better hurry up with those damn repairs already. Good law, the heat in here is so
Dobro.
unbearable.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Da. Samo me pustite da poletim svojim brodom.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Drago mi je.
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner. None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. We'd be grateful for your assistance. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forget not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back.
Okej.
I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Je, hvala ti.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding.
Srećan si lijepa, ali hajde.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next.
Dobro, da vidimo. Idemo. Na prvi side quest. Prva misija. Zvuči kao da je dolje zabava. Pa ćemo vidjeti. Ćemo vidjeti šta se dolje dešava i šta se dolje radi. Za sada mi se sviđa ovaj broj. Izbaznili su nego na prethodnu planetu.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company? A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Not another step in that direction, friend.
Možemo upucati ili šta ćeš, ajde probaj.
We got trouble. What's that?
Odje, sve to upucao.
Down we go. Careful, the wounded.
Stvarno ljudi.
Oh, no!
To je proklec.
Captain, I was hoping for...
Proklec, ne mogu da vjerujem. Gdje će bolje, bit će bolje. I nastavljamo dalje.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any
Naučio
company?
sam lekciju.
A neighbor from
What?
above? I heard your flashback. Nice one, Captain.
Je, sranje. Jebe, od mene. Bravo, crkvi. I moj helper. I mi sveštenik. Sran. Ovo smo svi zezali, ovdje idemo. Tako je, pucaj, pešnici, gdje si bio do sad? Bavi to. Ko? To? Auć. Ću bježu iz doma, ja, može studi. Ti Lekse, ajde kako je ovo momanjevac krađa ako su oni pucali na mene? Ne može biti nikako krađa. Jer ste vi otvorili paljbu na mene, ja sam sam branio sad kad sam vas pobio, mogu da uzme šta god ja hoću. Ali realno da smo deti. Kad udarim opet. Vidim.
Could I have a moment of your time?
Čuti ovo. Treba detaljno da istražim ovo.
Shh.
Hak. Možda možemo pronaći negdje neku kartu. Opet kažem kako je moguće da je ovo krađen skoro paljbu na mene, ja sam ih pobio i uzeo njihove stvari. Inače radim svaku igre. Postoji drugi put. Jel realno da me nije vidio?
Our skills are unrivaled.
Realno da me nije vidio. Kako da ključam ova vrata. Bez veze. Ona da bude neki terminal negdje u blizini. Nastavljamo dalje.
Fantastic, we got them. Now we can move on to greener pastures.
Nećemo još da idemo. Istražim što je ovdje.
Frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this.
Ja mogu da zamislim, ja sam bio u hibernaciji 70 godina. Okej, gomila oružja. Dijelova i svega i ovu vam stranu nismo istražili nikako. Treba mi novo lako oružje, to jest light weapon. Što ovo više ne radi.
Everyone get branded when they join McRed's crew?
We got trouble! Everyone all right?
Ništa, svi ne brinu, u redu smo svi. Hvala na pomoć. Sranje, zabuđi se. Pa sve što nam život nudi. To bi bilo to za ovo donje područje. Idemo u lit. Gore kad izađemo, tu ćemo zaustaviti snimanje i to je bilo to. Da, i ove klipove držim na 20 minuta, pošto nemam baš svi neki brzi net. A hoćemo da pogledamo kako igra funkcioniše, gdje se šta nalazi. I onda mnogi od vas možda koriste i mobilni internet, tako da lakše će vam je čitati i sve će vam mnogo lakše biti. FPS je pao žestoko, ne znam iz kog razloga, ali ovdje zaustavljamo snimanje i vidimo se u sljedećoj epizodi, to je sljedećem